The loneliness epidemic is real. I went to 2 bars, not just one, 2 bars, and I got rejected by not one, but 2 guys. Now, I usually don't go out like this, but I was feeling like I was starving for affection, and I just wanted somebody to make me feel pretty. Like my mother once told me, sometimes you go out not because you want to have fun, but you want just one person to make you feel special. And I did that tonight. And maybe, just maybe, it was out of desperation. Not that I don't have a lot to live for, I have plenty. But I went out hoping to just feel a raw connection with somebody. And I got rejected by 2 people. And I felt so terrible that I ended up walking home alone to sober myself up. Because this was not the night that I planned out for myself. The loneliness epidemic is so real. And it is such a raw experience for me. And for a lot of people. Now, it is not that I don't have... I feel like I am a pretty girl. But it is not that I am looking necessarily in the wrong places. But it is the wrong time. And unfortunately, I have knocked on every door that I possibly could have. And every door has come to me to no avail. Also, be careful walking alone at night because I just had somebody trail me. It's sad what we do when we're starving for affection. The last person that I was spending time with told me that they liked me, but I wanted so badly to be a girlfriend that it turned him away. Isn't that crazy? I just wanted a connection. I just wanted someone to hold me and make me feel like the world wasn't ending. And I spent all of my time trying to make this person feel special so that they wouldn't leave me, just for them to say that I was trying too hard and for them to move on. It's absolutely crazy. So now I'm just listening to my music, going on like a 3-mile walk. This I would not advise to you. I was in a funky headspace, so I'm doing it. But be careful out there, ladies. Be careful.
Okay, so she puts this on the internet, puts it on TikTok. She then realizes the reality of the internet, which is that a lot of people,
she's 2D.
A lot of people are going to react to this. So then myself and some other YouTubers did react to this. I'm actually friends with Anton Daniels. I think that's who she was responding to. Make this full screen. Here we go.
Hi, my name's Liliana Gomez, and I've been the subject of scrutiny for over 24 hours.
24 hours? That's rookie numbers. You know what I mean? Sorry.
I posted a video online that was meant for my close friends, and yes, I did share it online publicly, but I found it to be the topic of a YouTube channel with over 1 million followers. And it was a personal video that I did not give permission to be leaked. Now, that being said, I was talking about the loneliness epidemic and how it is difficult for anybody of any gender to find themselves in the position where they are rejected when they are looking via dating apps, going out in person, making friends, trying to find someone to connect with, and honestly, giving up all resorts and going to a bar like I did and just trying to see if I hit it off with somebody. That's all it was. Just me being single and wanting to hit it off with somebody. And I got rejected by 2 men. And I posted a video about how frustrating it was. Not because I got rejected by 2 men, but just because I have been searching for 3 years, hoping that I could find a connection with somebody. And that is not wrong. That is not wrong. But these the YouTubers sourced my video and talked about how how me as a woman being rejected speaks leaps and bounds for what the dating narrative is. And I have been the subject of the scrutiny of many YouTubers, of over 100,000 people that commented on that video and talked about how I am a torta. I am fat. I am overweight. How the septum theory is real and how I hate men when, that makes so much sense because I hit on men in the bar and I wanted their company. How my tattoos make me a whore. So much judgment that I would never dare to presume or dare partake to give to anybody. has been put onto me. So I decided to take it in my own hands to talk about this issue. And I reached out to both YouTubers and asked if I can make commentary on these videos because I think there's a deeper social implication. And I was
Oh, she only asked for commentary. Usually that's actually not, that's a little better. Normally they just crash out and say, take it down, you know, commentary.
not given that opportunity. Not only did they steal that video.
Okay, you can't steal videos on the internet. It's open. It's what's it called? Fair use. Once you have it on TikTok, that's there's no stealing a video on a public platform.
But they did not include me or even, I mean, I guess it's already implied, but they did not.
They don't have to. They don't have, people do reactions to my stuff all the time. They do not have to
allow me to give permission or comment on it. So I'm taking a step further and I am going to the Drew Barrymore show and I am sending in an inquiry and hopefully she accepts it because I love that woman and I love that show.
I doubt it. I was going to go on that show a few years ago, but they never got back to me. I mean, we'll see.
Okay. But here's what I have put. So bear with me. I posted a video on TikTok about the loneliness epidemic and what it is like to be rejected as a woman who pursues men. I am a passionate, always vulnerable, and earnest individual with a fiery disposition. I'm meant to break a caste, a stereotype, in the dating scene that implies one misleading narrative and all of its complexities. That it isn't okay for women to be lonely and pursue company in whatever form that may take. The dating scene has a lot of rigidity surrounding the idea that men are to pursue women, and that women who pursue are desperate and less than. I don't believe that's true. I like to enable the ideology that I am brave and intelligent and, more importantly, capable of getting what I want. So I pursue men. In doing so, I have encountered a lot of frustration and rejection. When confessing feelings to a small group of friends, my video was leaked to an online YouTube source and sources that have lamented me for pursuing men and, more abhorrently, implied that women deserve the loneliness we receive because we pushed the Me Too movement and metaphorically chose the bear. I have been shamed for my weight, my jewelry, and my tattoos. The expression.
Yeah, that's the internet. I mean, you know what? I had a 2-hour video picking apart every part of my face. Every single part. They told me why it was ugly. That's kind of the internet.
The questions I bear with pride have now become the subject of scrutiny for over 80,000, now 100,000 individuals in less than 24 hours. Here are the links to the videos that reference me, insult me, and dare not give me my proper accreditation. So,
yeah, they don't have to do that.
Help this spread because I have so much to say. I have so much to say and I have every right to say so. And I'm feeling pretty adamant about this. And I believe that this community, I chose TikTok to post because I knew that there is a strong community of women and men out there that are supportive of one another and embrace one another.
Oh, no, there's not. Sorry. Oh no, not on TikTok. Sorry.
Another. And unfortunately, this got leaked to the wrong hands. And I want to talk about this. I want to talk and I want to listen. And I think this should be a bigger issue. So let me know what you have to think.
Yeah, welcome to the internet. Okay, so you're not ugly, Pearl, just handsome. I'll take it. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so we're gonna bring up Liliana. And welcome to the show. Oh, wait, hold on. Add to the stage. Wait. There we go. Welcome to the show, Liliana. How are you tonight?
I'm pretty good, actually.
Are you a police officer?
No, this was my dad's shirt from 9/11 I found in the garage, and I made it my own. So
okay.
I love this shirt. It's just something from the past.
Okay. Your dad, he was like a firefighter during 9/11?
No,
okay.
no, not at all.
I was like, that's really sad. Okay, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say that I've kind of come a little bit full circle in the sense that, like, I'm actually really not upset that those videos, I know that I may have been a little bit passionate, and I'm sure it rubbed people the wrong way. I'm sure of that, but I was never really upset that the videos got popular. I was more upset that I didn't get to talk about them because, you know, I actually really enjoy, like, I don't mind if people disagree with me. I like to talk, and I find these conversations interesting. And, I always like to learn from something. So I saw it as an opportunity, and to be able to comment on it, whether or not you agree or disagree with me, like that's an opportunity for me. And I think the main part of that video that I would emphasize is the accreditation part. Maybe you don't have to, but it's a kindness to say, hey, I
Okay.
understand. Yeah, I understand that like this video may not get the attention that you had initially planned. And I think that part of it, like just person to person, I was put in the position of getting a lot of online bullying, and that's not something that I was prepared for, but it happened, and it's over with. So, it's okay. And I have some thick skin, so
Okay.
I read
Okay.
it.
Yeah. So I wanted to start with, why don't you tell them your background? So your age, where you're from, whatever you want to
Sure.
share before we get too much into it. Go ahead.
I'm 24. I'm from California, which you're probably going to say, wow, that makes a lot of sense. But believe it or not, I would consider myself independent. I'm not very liberal. I'm actually a mix between liberal and conservative. I've actually had a lot of friendships that I had to steer away from because I felt like they were too politically charged. Um, I am a teacher, and for the most part, like I just believe that love is love. And
Okay. What did you get your degree in? Was it like English or just education?
yeah, so it was actually English literature. So I got my bachelor's in 2023. I took a year off, just was working minimum wage jobs for a little while. I'm back in school now, and I am teaching. I'm an intern.
Okay.
So
And
I
you
am
said you're,
working.
I know privately you said you're 24.
Mhm.
And then in the video you said you like had a ex situationship like 3 years
Sure.
ago or
Yeah.
something. I'm just wondering what your dating background is and like what that experience been like for you
Um,
before this video, before the approaching at the bar.
it's
'Cause I know your
hard.
generation's a little bit like delayed.
Yeah, I genuinely don't feel that I have the experience that most women have. And that could be for a multitude of reasons, but I have struggled with dating. I had a 3-year long relationship, and I still love that person very much to this day. And um, unfortunately, we just grew out of love, and we change as people, and that happens. But I would definitely say I've read a lot of psychology books and a lot of self-help books,
And
and one of the books
was
that
it
I
like, was it like a serious relationship, or was it more of a
very
okay, so this was like we're meeting each other's families, we might marry each other, and then it ended.
yeah, we
And
lived
that's
with each other, and
okay.
we met each other's family. It was very, very serious. I was very much in love. Now, I have read a lot of those self-help books, and I've learned that I am what you would call an anxious attachment style, which honestly, you can say that I'm overweight, and I am, but I I think the thing that scares men away is like my want for love,
Oh no,
like
the way.
yes, and that pushes
Okay.
people away. And for the right people, it draws them in because like I said, like I'm a very like always open, always earnest. Like sometimes I can be really intense, but for the most part, like I just want a connection, and I'm not afraid to say, "Hey, I want that." So,
No, when hot women have anxious attachment styles, they get completely different results.
yeah. But
Yeah, but I'm not even saying that to judge you. I used to be like, I used to be pretty overweight myself. I lost weight.
I had a lot of comments say, I'm this, I'm that, I'm super overweight, but they don't know the full story. I lost 50 pounds this year. I'm working on losing weight, and I'm working on improving myself because, actually, I think that some overweight women are some of the most beautiful women I've ever seen. That's just my opinion. Um, I think of them as goddesses almost, like Venetian. But personally, I was an athlete all of high school. I was on the swim team, I was on the water polo team. So it became ingrained in my personality to be athletic. So when
Mhm.
I did go through a breakup, and then I ended up spending a lot of time by myself and maybe develop some habits that are not good for me, I became very insecure. So I am losing weight, and I am working towards being someone that I want to be happy with. So
Well, okay, that's good. At least you're headed in the right direction. But it doesn't really matter what you find beautiful. It's like what men find beautiful, right? Like, do you understand why you got the reaction you got? Do you
I
understand it?
I do and I don't, because
Okay.
I think that it depends on who you talk to. Like, I know
Mhm.
this is where we're going to disagree. There are a lot of men, like, okay, you actually mentioned it yourself. Like, you said that, believe it or not, she rejects a lot of men. And I do. I get a lot of attention. I mean, if you saw my dating app, you would see that I'm getting
A lot of black.
immense.
Sorry.
You know, yes and no. Yes and no. After that video exploded, I had like lots and lots and lots of
So,
requests from black men who were very interested in me. They're just not my type.
I hate you guys. Sorry, not you.
It's true. It's true. I'm not gonna say it's not true. I'm a very honest person,
I know. I
but
was heavier too, and it's like the shift. It's like when you're over 200, it's only black guys interested, and then you get closer to 150, all the white guys holler.
I also like I had a lot of white men, a lot of Mexican, a lot of Indian. I get a mix, but I
Yeah.
will say that on dating apps, like if I swiped right on everybody, guaranteed I've had hundreds of men. But I don't. You know, I'm like I am
Well, because
attracted to what I'm attracted to.
and I'm telling you, I can say this because I lived it. My sister even lived it more because she was. What are you like two? How tall are you?
I am 5'9" and I'm 235 pounds right now.
I'm gonna say 250. Just because women always lie by like 10 pounds. Sorry.
No, genuinely, because I'm not afraid to admit it.
5'9".
Last January, I was 286 pounds.
Yeah, so you're kind of similar. My sister was around the same weight and height as you. You kind of look like her actually.
And
And her
I
was,
lost weight to be 235
yeah,
pounds as of today. Honestly, I don't look that different.
oh,
I don't.
well, I know, but here's the challenge. You don't get brownie points from like imagine like you're an alcoholic, and then it's like you have the one person that just never drank alcohol. And the one person that's like, oh, I overcame alcoholism, and it's like, well, you shouldn't have been an alcoholic to begin with. You know what I mean? You don't get brownie
Yeah.
points for like being overcoming something that should have never been a problem. Well, but at least you're going in the right direction.
Yeah, but I'm a human being. I'm not perfect, and nobody is. And anybody who says they are would be lying. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
And it doesn't really matter what.
All right, I'm gonna actually explain why your video went viral from my point of view.
Sure.
It's because you were complaining about getting rejected by 2 men. And for men, I know men that approach women for a living, and a good pickup artist has to approach 100 women and get rejected 90 times. So it's kind of like you're coming on the internet complaining and saying, oh, I got rejected by 2 men. I'm so lonely, which is fine. We're not used to doing that. I'd say you're kind of abnormal for most women. Like most women don't approach. I'm
At
not even
all.
saying, I'm not saying you're wrong for doing that. I actually would encourage it, but the reaction is just like boohoo, cry me a river, because men have
I
been
get
doing that
that.
for 50 years. They're like, I got rejected twice every day. Everyone's telling me I'm ugly. And you can say that
Honestly,
yourself because you said that you reject hundreds of men, right?
I do. And that was not the point of the video. And that's the thing is maybe I misrepresented myself. That was not the point. The point was like how hard it is just to be lonely. It was not that I got rejected by 2 men. It was the fact that I was feeling really lonely and I honestly I just wanted someone to talk to. And
I totally get it, but what the problem you're going to get to is men are way more lonely. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, men will say, boo-hoo, you're lonely. You have 100 suitors ready to go, even being an overweight woman. An
yes.
overweight man's not going to have that. Does that make sense?
Sure,
So
that makes sense.
you're saying like you're getting like a tenth of what men experience and you're complaining. And that's why it went viral.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. So it's not. Because women, I just don't think we'll ever experience true loneliness because there's always people wanting to hang out with us. Like I can tell you're a charismatic girl. You could go to a cafe and make friends. Like I think you would easily get along with people.
I do draw
Yeah.
a lot of people towards me just because I tend to be for example, the reason why I posted that video really is because I always kind of have this mentality that if this sounds bad, but if I put myself in the position of being vulnerable first, then maybe someone else will open up as well. Like if I open up and share something that I'm going through, then maybe somebody else will be comfortable to do that as well. And I feel like you have to be a very like humble person to do that. It's not easy to do, to show people your vulnerabilities or your weaknesses. But honestly, like I always think that there's an opportunity. If I lay myself down at their feet, then who knows what opportunities will arise from that. Like if I say, hey, I struggle a lot with this and this, and I'm not a perfect person, I'm just going to be honest about it, but I think at the end of the day, like I have love to give, and those that are willing to accept me will accept me. I think that that garners a lot of attention from the people that are willing to surround themselves with that kind of energy.
So
I don't.
the last, you said in the video, the last person you were spending time with, you said he left because of like an anxious attachment style. Was that the boyfriend or was
I would
that
say
something
so.
else? Was that the boyfriend
That
or was
was
that?
somebody else. I was not being very nice to myself in that video when I worded it the way I worded it, because honestly, I deserve better than that guy, 100%. Like that guy was someone who, I'm a very passionate person. He was a very nonchalant person. Like didn't have very many passions, didn't have very many interests, didn't have a lot to talk about. He had just come out of a relationship, and that was why he didn't want another relationship. He was not ready for one. And you could say, I remember in the video you said he wasn't attracted to me, I was too fat, but well, I would
Lose,
have to disagree just because of
lose 50
experience.
pounds, lose 50 pounds and come back. I bet you he'll be a lot more willing. I'm telling you. Men are very
Maybe, but
men are very physical. Men they don't even realize how much they are enchanted by beauty. I had a girl similar. I don't know what it is with the fat redheads. I've had 2 fat redheads come on my show and lose 100 pounds. So you could be next. You know what I mean? And
I'm already 50 pounds down. And but here's the thing is like you may say like, oh, you may be overweight and you know the cards will change for you. But the men who are interested in chubby women are very, very interested in chubby women. And they are not usually chubby themselves. Like usually the guys that are interested in me are like 60 pounds lighter than me, and they want something to hold on to. And when it came down to it, he expressed his interest in
but you
ways that
don't
I will not
right.
disclose.
Right, but you don't like those guys. That's what you're saying. You're saying you're not happy with the quality of men you're getting because if you were happy with it, you'd be in a relationship.
I'm an exception, and I don't mean to say I'm special. I'm not. I'm just a person, but I have looked and looked and looked, and I have not found anybody that I feel I would be happy with. But I also have been rejected by people that I've wanted to be happy with. I just haven't gotten to where I'd like to be. I really don't know how else to put it. I genuinely, this guy that I was talking to, I thought that I could do better, but at the same time,
Can
I
I
was
see a,
like,
can I see a picture? I won't put it on stream. Will you send me a picture? I just want to rate him 1 to 10. I'm not going to show it. You can unsend it right after. I just want to see what he
how
looks
would
like
how would I go about that?
on Instagram. So
Okay,
just
let
take
me.
a picture on your phone of you guys together or something. I can drop you for a second, then you can come back up. She might be. Let's see.
He was a very skinny guy, tall, with curly hair and glasses.
I gotta see it. I
I
need a
don't know if
pic.
I.
You don't have his Instagram handle? I'm not gonna show
No.
it. I would never do that. Like that's oh you don't? All right. Well, it's all right. You can go through. You can come back.
I'm genuinely trying to find one, and I think I deleted it because once it's over, it's over.
Yeah, but come on, we're women. Women stalk their exes forever.
I wouldn't even consider him an ex. He was a guy that I spent maybe. I went out with him 3 times. Oh, there, I found it.
Yeah, see, I knew.
I know I do have it. Hold on.
So you hung out with him 3 times, and then what? He just said that you were. What did you do that like made him say that? Like, did you do something over the top, or like what made him say that you just want to? I
Maybe.
guess. How old was he? How old was he?
22.
He was 22. Okay. Because
Did you receive the?
I haven't gotten it yet, but let me refresh.
Oh, you know what? Hold on.
So this is my friend Shiv. He says it's crazy for me. I literally had hit the gym every day with a trainer, learn game, spend the hours every day studying game Riz, go on 100 dates, get rejected 1,000 times to get good with women. I'm gonna put that on the stream. Yeah. And she can't lose. She's got to lose more than 10 to 15 pounds. She's 5'9". She should be like 140. Oh, that guy. Okay, facially, and I would never share. I would put he's tall, but a 4 face, I would say. 5'4", I would say below average for face, but slightly. But he's tall, in shape. Decent job. Okay. Okay, so just to give you a little bit from the male experience, my friend Shiv, he's Indian. So obviously he's going to have an even harder time. You know, these Indian guys have it rough. It's crazy. For me, I literally had to hit the gym every day with a trainer, learn games, spend hours every day studying game and Riz. I went on 100 dates and got rejected 1,000+ times to get good with women. So just to give you a little insight to the male experience, that's pretty normal for like probably like 70% of men had to do something like that. So, you know, they hear you getting rejected twice, you know, and they don't see you putting any work. You know, they see you're super overweight for your age with like a ring, and they're thinking like you haven't put any time into studying what men want. So like, why can you be mad about the results? That's how men are going to see it. I'm not saying they should see it that way, but I'm saying that's why it went so viral, because you're saying you want something, you know, but your actions don't